Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to focus on your past, present, as well as your future, but we're also going to see the ultimate outcome of your current situation. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. So far we do have the Three of Pentacles here in the recent past for you. Your current energy is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords really wanted to come out. And in the near future, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. As far as your ultimate outcome is concerned, we do have the High Priestess. Now, keep in mind, Pisces, this could be your energy or somebody that you're energetically connected to. So as I'm breaking these overall energies down, you'll be able to determine whether or not this is you or somebody else's energy. But I'm kind of getting like an energy of somebody having one foot in, one foot out. And I feel like it's in regards to like working things out with someone in particular. So you might, have one foot in, one foot out when it comes down to working things out with a particular person, or maybe somebody has one foot in, one foot out when it comes down to like, working things out with you. It's just an energy of indecisiveness. It's like a part of this person wants to work things out and a part of this person doesn't want to work things out. So, like I said, Pisces, this could be your energy. Maybe this is something that you're currently dealing with where you're like unsure, if you want to work things out with said person or not. But let's look at the Three of Pentacles and see what's going on. Tell me more about the Three of Pentacles for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For some of you, you could be married to this person. I mean, technically speaking, with the High Priestess, the Hierophant coming out here, I mean, the High Priestess to the Hierophant represents two people that are married to one another, but you don't have to be married, to this person. The two of you might just have a lot invested into one another. This could also definitely represent a committed relationship between two people. So, however it resonates with you in your situation. But I feel like there's one person in this whole entire equation that's like dead set on, I want to work things out. 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 But then there's like a whole nother individual wrapped up in all this that is just so unsure, if they honestly do want to work things out or not. So again, pick and choose who you are on all of this, but I am definitely getting that there is a masculine energy that really, really does want to work things out here with whoever it is they currently find themselves connecting with. Okay, tell me more about the Seven of Swords. Okay, we have the King of Swords to the Six of Wands, and then we also have the Nine of Cups out here. Okay, let's talk. So in regards to this other individual, okay, and this other individual could be you. Don't get caught up in the gender. Nothing's gender specific. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. There's like a whole nother individual here, like I said, that has one foot in and one foot out. It's like a part of this person doesn't want to work on this marriage, relationship, dynamic, whatever you want to call it anymore. It's as if this person just simply wants to just, leave the marriage, leave the relationship, and just kind of get back to like focusing on themselves. The thing is that I feel like the main reason why this person in particular just wants to walk away from this relationship or dynamic and or marriage and just go back to focusing on themselves, it's mainly because they don't necessarily feel like the person that they're currently connecting with is going to stop putting them through what they continue to essentially put them through. So that's kind of telling me that this individual that really does want to work things out with this other person that's unsure is obviously somebody who has experienced letdown after letdown after letdown after letdown from this particular person that really wants to work things out. So, this could be you, Pisces. Maybe you just want to get back to focusing on you because this person continues to let you down and disappoint you time and time again. It's a possibility. Or maybe there's somebody that you really want to work things out with, but they're just like, I don't think that that's a good idea, mainly because, you may have disappointed them time and time again, so however it resonates with you in your particular situation, Pisces. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles. Got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. To the Knight of Cups, to the Queen of Wands, to the Seven of Pentacles. So this is basically the indecisive person's energy right here. Okay. The other part of this person that really does want to work things out with this individual over here, I feel like it is kind of stemming from, you know, a few different things. It's stemming from a place of them not wanting to experience a failed marriage and a relationship. Again, it's stemming from a place of them having already invested so much time and energy towards this connection to the point where they want to obviously count for something. You know, they don't want to feel like all of this time and energy that they've invested into this relationship to just go to complete shit. You know what I mean? I also feel like a part of, you know, why this person wants to work things out with this individual has a lot to do with love, you know, the love that they have for this person and the life that they were able to essentially build with this person, you know, thus far. So like I said, Pisces, this could be you. This could totally be you, or this could totally be your person's energy. But I feel like this person has many reasons as to why they want to continue to stay. But I also feel like this person has many reasons as to why they want to essentially leave. And like I said, this person could be you, or this person could totally be your person. Now, as far as the ultimate outcome is concerned, we have the High Priestess out here. So let's see what's going on with that. Tell you more about the High Priestess. Okay, we got the, yeah, this person's holding off on making a decision. This indecisive person is holding off on making a final decision. It's like this person's waiting from a sign. Yeah, it's like this person's waiting for like a sign, you know, like from the universe to like point them and guide them in the right direction. So I do feel like this person's definitely asking for signs because right now they're confused. They don't know whether to go left or to go right. And it kind of looks like instead of them making an impulsive decision that they may later on essentially regret, or instead of them just making a decision in general that they may later on regret, it's like this person's choosing to hold off on making a decision until the universe, you know, points them in the right direction. And to be honest, I feel like the universe is going to point them right back to this person over here. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, it's only a matter of time because I feel like the universe is trying to point this person right back to this individual that clearly wants to be with them and work things out with them. But again, this is somebody who is unsure if that's something that they should honestly do as of right now. So like I said, they're holding off on making a decision until they receive a sign. Once they receive a sign, they're going to turn around and instantly trust it. So if the universe is pointing this individual back in this other individual's direction, then that's the direction they're going to go in. If the universe is pointing them in a direction that is far, far, far away from this person, then that's the direction they're going to go towards. So Pisces, if this is you and you're waiting for a sign, I feel like the universe is going to point you right back in this person's direction. I don't see the universe pointing you in a whole nother direction or anything like that. I feel like the universe is going to continue to point you in this person's direction. Is basically what I'm getting. If this is you, if this is not you, same message applies. Like the universe is going to point this individual in your direction. Is basically what I'm getting. All right, let's see the ultimate, or well, not the ultimate outcome, but what's going to end up happening here between these two. Got the Judgment card to Two of Swords. We also have the Magician. Okay. I see. Okay. So here's the thing. With the Nine of Swords to Two of Swords coming out here, that creates that Seven of Swords energy. I feel like the direction in which Spirit as well as the universe is pointing them in is towards this particular person. So Pisces, I'm just going to say that this is you so that way I don't get confused. But like I said, it doesn't have to be you. So it looks like the universe is pointing you right back to this person because I do feel like you will receive the sign that you're essentially looking for from the universe. You're asking the universe, okay, which direction should I go in? You know, should I go left or should I go right? And I feel like the universe is like, hey, go towards this person all over again. And you're just like, wait a second. Why would you want me to do that? Why would you want me to do that? This person keeps lying to me. This person keeps disappointing disappointing me. This person keeps letting me down. Why would you want me to go in that person's direction? That's a good question. That's a good question. So let's look a little bit more into this and see why you're being divinely guided in this individual's direction all over again. So tell me more about, because I feel like it has a lot to do with the Magician to the Judgment card. So let's look into that. Tell me more about the Magician to the Judgment card. Ah, okay. Okay. Man. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just going to tell you what came to my mind. Well, let's start off with saying, and this is not a judgmental thing, Pisces. It is what it is, but, okay. It is what it is. All right. I'm just going to say it because I'm kind of shocked that this actually came out here, but, let's just start off on a positive note here. I think that there is definitely hope for the two of you to fix and repair things here, you know, with one another. In other words, things can get better. Things can totally get better. But I am definitely getting, I'm kind of getting that the reason why this relationship between the two of you continues to go south is because neither one of you are willing to take accountability is basically what I'm getting. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just being honest. Okay. And transparent, right? It looks like, yes, this person does put you through things, but it also looks like you put them through things. So in other words, nobody in this marriage or relationship is totally innocent. Okay. So this is kind of what Spirit's trying to like highlight to you. Like, hey, listen, Pisces, like, I know you don't like the fact that they do this and that they do that, but listen, just hear me out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you do stuff to them too. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's perfect. Nobody is, you know, innocent in this entire situation. It is basically what I'm getting. Spirit doesn't want the two of you to give up on one another when things get hard. Okay, and it's kind of looks like you guys are experiencing a very challenging moment within your marriage or your relationship with one another. And I get it, Pisces, you're falling into this energy of like, oh my gosh, like I can't take this anymore because of this and because of that. And they're doing this and because they're doing that. You know what I mean? But if I'm just going based off of what I'm seeing here, that's kind of telling me that, yes, you're absolutely right when it comes down to the things that this person puts you through. But I am definitely getting that you put this person through things as well. So the both of you have had to like endure things from one another that neither one of you wanted to endure, let alone go through and or experience. You see what I mean? So that's just what Spirit wants you to know is that, listen, yes, this person's not perfect. Yes, they're not. They're not. They're not perfect at all. And nobody is, you know what I mean? And yes, this person's going to make their mistakes. And yeah, you're going to make your mistakes too. And there's going to be things that you're going to do that are going to dry hump their last nerve. And there's going to be things that they're going to do that's going to dry hump, you know, your last nerve, you know, as well. But Spirit doesn't want the two of you to give up on one another. What Spirit wants you guys to do is learn from this experience and grow from this experience and not make the same mistakes again. But it does kind of require the both of you to take accountability when it comes down to where the both of you are essentially going wrong. And this relationship is basically what I'm getting. So I get that your fear is, oh, well, you know, if I go back to them, like, you know, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And what if they lie to me again? And what if they disappoint me again? And what if they do this again? What if they do that again? You know, this person is basically facing the same thing you're facing, you know, in regards to them. Because, again, you know, it looks like nobody's totally innocent. And that's okay. You know, it's not a judgmental thing. It is what it is, Pisces. But that's the same thing they're facing when it comes down to you. Well, what if Pisces puts me through this? And what if Pisces, you know, puts me through that? Like, should I actually walk away now? Like, I mean, I want to be with them, but it's like, what if they put me through this? And what if they put me through that? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? I think that the love that this person has for you is what causes them to want to keep going. You know what I mean? Is what causes them to want to stay. And I'm sure the same could be said about you, you know? the love that you have for this person wants you, just wants you to keep going, and wants you to essentially stay. But in other words, they have 99 reasons, as to why they should continue to stay with you and try to make this work. But they also got their reasons as to why they should get up and go. Just like you have, 99 reasons as to why, you should stay with them. And you also have your reasons as to why, you should get up and go. The point is that what Spirit wants the both of you to do is to choose one another. Choose one another. And honestly, try your hardest to like learn from this experience, grow from this experience, and move past this. And you guys are showing up as a King and the Queen of Wands. And this is like a mystery that I feel like I've been trying to solve for years now. I can't explain why this tends to happen, but I notice with the King and the Queen of Wands, these two tend to experience a very unstable relationship with one another. I tend to look at the King and the Queen of Wands as like a twin flame connection, if you will. But yeah, these two tend to experience a very unstable relationship with one another. But the mystery that I have yet to solve, okay? And it's like, it's kind of driving me crazy, because with the King and the Queen of Wands, I've seen these two break up, but I've never seen these two break up for good. It's like, how do you explain it? It's like, I don't know if you've ever felt this way or experienced this before, Pisces, but like, have you ever met somebody and like you're dating that said person, and like you just feel like on an intuitive level and on a soul level, like, this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna last. You know what I mean? And then it turns out that it doesn't work out and it doesn't end up lasting in the end. Like, with these two, it's like, it's a different vibe. It's a different energy. Like, the best way that I could describe it is kind of like staring off into the ocean and not see, like you can see where it starts, but you just don't see where it finishes. You know what I mean? And doesn't it have to fucking finish at some point? You know what I mean? Doesn't it have to come to an end at some point? You know what I mean? Because, it's like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I'm starting to kind of think / suspect, not saying that this is true, because again, I have yet to solve the mystery of these two. This could be a sign, potentially, right? This could be a sign that this is going to be the person that you're going to grow old with. Maybe that's what it is, because it's like, I can't think of anything else. And for the life of me, I've been trying to figure this out for like 7 years straight. And it's like, for the life of me, I can't figure it out when it comes down to this King and the Queen of Wands connection. I can't figure it out. It's like, the only thing that I can think of is that, you're dealing with your forever person. You know what I mean? And this is probably the person that you're going to end up growing old with, more than likely, because it's like, dude, like, I've seen these two break up, and I always, like, it never fails. It never fails. They always end up getting back together. Always. Like, and when these two try to move on with their life, one thing that I've studied is that it's very fascinating. I'm a nerd. Just let me have my moment, okay? Like, one thing that I've definitely realized about these two is that when they try to move forward and move on with their life, it's like, something just won't let them, like something just won't let them. Like, they never go off and find anything better. Like, it's just, something just won't fucking let them. And then this is why they always end up getting back together. But then things will happen in this relationship that will pull these two apart all over again. And then they try to move on with their lives without one another in it. And it's just like, it just never works. It just never works. And it's so weird, because I've seen it happen one too many freaking times. And I don't believe in coincidences or anything like that. Like, you were obviously, right, like, able to move past your previous relationship. I'm pretty sure they have. But when it comes on to this one, it's like a remotely impossible thing to do, right? Same applies for them. And it's like, that's the mystery behind it. It's like, but why is that? You know what I mean? And it's like, the only thing that I can think of is maybe, just maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying that this is true. I still got to do my digging and research a little bit more, but like, maybe, just maybe, this is like your forever person. Like, that's the only thing I can think of, because it's like, if these two never experience a permanent ending and they always end up running back to one another, it's like, I don't know, like, I mean, and then on top of that, it's like, you guys are coming into this relationship as a king. Well, you guys came into this relationship as a King and the Queen of Wands. Where's that other card? And like, Look, we have the Hierophant to the High Priestess. Like, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Hierophant to the High Priestess, like, these two, like I said, are technically speaking married to one another, and this basically represents like an older couple, you know what I mean? Compared to like the King and the Queen of Wands. So it's like, I guess I don't know. Like, I want to say that that's probably what it is, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I still have to do more digging and research, and it's like I don't know. I've tried, you know what I mean, to do my digging and research and study, take notes, and it's like I can't crack this freaking code, and it's like driving me insane. Like when it comes down to the King and the Queen of Wands, but it's like the only thing that I can think of that makes logical sense to me is that you're dealing with your forever person. So at this point, Pisces, like if y'all are destined, for example, because I'm thinking that that's probably what it is. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, just let me be a nerd for a second. But it's like, I don't see you going anywhere, Pisces. Like, I don't see them going anywhere. Like, so I guess my best advice is, I mean, and that's another thing, is that it doesn't even feel like y'all have a choice. You see, that's another weird thing when it comes down to this connection, you know, with the King and the Queen of Wands. It's like Spirit's encouraging the both of you, like, hey, don't give up on one another. But even if Spirit were to like not say anything, oh, you guys figure it out then. You guys figure it out then. Figure out what y'all are gonna do. It's like y'all are still gonna choose one another, because that's what's supposed to happen, is that you're supposed to choose them and they're supposed to choose you, and y'all are just supposed to continue to choose one another, no matter how much this human being might dry hump your last nerve. It's like you're gonna turn around and choose them. You're gonna turn around and choose them. And no matter how much, you know what I mean, you dry hump their last nerve, they're always gonna turn around and choose you. No matter what, y'all are always gonna choose one another. When it's all said and done, you guys are forever gonna choose one another time and time and time again. So I guess my best advice, you know, is the same thing Spirit has to say. It's like, try to make it work, you know, because Spirit can say, hey, Pisces, just keep choosing them no matter what. You know what I mean? It's like, regardless if anybody tells you to choose them or not, you're still going to choose them. These two never break up for good. I've never seen it happen a day in my life. I've never seen it happen a day in my life. These two will never experience a permanent ending. Like, it's been 7 years. You think that by now I would have saw like these two break up permanently for good. Finito, it's over. Like, never want to see your face again. Like, I've never seen it happen. 7 years I've been doing tarot. I've never seen it happen a day in my life. Never. And like I said, these two, it's like, let me like throw out like the age. Yeah, let me throw some age into this, right? Like, say, for example, you and this person, because the King and the Queen of Wands is, for the most part, a younger couple. So let's just say, not saying that this has to be 100% accurate, so I'm just throwing out numbers, you know what I mean? Let's just say that you guys met one another, like, in your 20s, right? Like, the Emperor to the High Priestess, I mean, this is, again, like an older couple. Like, these are two people in their like 70s, 80s. You know what I mean? Like, they're up there in age. Like, this couple versus this couple, big age gaps, huge age gap. And this is you and them, and this is you and them. So it's like, I guess y'all are going to go to a nursing home together and still like dry hump each other's last nerves. I just think everybody just needs to accept it already. That's another advice I guess I would give the both of you. Like, just accept the fact that this one that's dry humping your last nerve, you know, every chance they get, y'all gonna be in the nursing home arguing, and the nurses are gonna have to come in and break y'all up, because that's just how y'all are. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are gonna be at each other's throats now, and a year from now, and 2 years from now, and when y'all get old and gray and y'all make it to a nursing home, y'all gonna have nurses pulling y'all apart because you trying to hop over the table to get to them. You know what I mean? It's like, and vice versa. So it's like, you know, just, I don't know, I guess accept it. You know what I mean? That this is more than likely the one that you're going to grow old with. More than likely. It's like when I look at the King of Queen of Wands, it's like, again, it's the epitome of like looking off into the ocean. You see where it starts, but you just don't fucking see where it ends. And then you start to wonder, like, is it ever gonna fucking end? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you, because you guys are very spiritually based people. So that's another thing too. It's like, I'm sure you were in a relationship with someone prior to them and you felt like, yeah, this ain't gonna last. This ain't really gonna work, you know, but I guess we'll see what happens. And then it doesn't actually end up working out, you know what I mean, between you and that person. And then you move on with your life, they move on with theirs, and that's just that. It's like, but with them, it's like, it's like staring off into the ocean. It's like, you know where it starts, but it's like, where does it actually end? And does it ever end? Like, because everything that starts has to eventually come to an end, you know? And it's like, I feel like with them, it's like you never really feel like an actual ending, you know, between you and this person. Like, you never legit feel like, yo, this is like not gonna work out. Like, this is gonna come to an end, like tomorrow. Like, you don't ever feel that way, and they don't ever feel that way. So it's like, that's the only thing that I can think of, is that maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that's what's happening with the king of the, maybe that's what it is with the king of, maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I feel like I have to do, because it's been 7 years. It's like, today's not the day that I cracked the code, right? I don't know. Maybe today is the freaking day that I cracked the code. But it's like, it's just a weird phenomenon. Because the king and the queen of pentacles don't be going through this. Like, the king and the queen of swords don't be going through this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't be going through this. And it's like, y'all, though, it's like, y'all are different. This connection's different from any other. Yeah, I think just accept it. Just accept it. Just accept it. You know what I mean? Like, as much as you may not like the fact that this person dry humps your last nerve, and as much as they may not like the fact that you dry humped their last nerve, it's like, ain't nobody going nowhere. You know? Y'all gonna be old and gray in the nursing home, you know? It is what it is, you know, and there's going to be nurses having to pull you guys apart because y'all are arguing, you know, and y'all need to be separated for a little while, you know, like, y'all are just two people that love one another, but also can't fucking stand one another at times. And that's okay, you know, just don't burn the house down, you know, don't burn the house down. And just, yeah. You know, just try to be happy, I guess, you know, because it's just, I don't see this ending. So it's like, I understand you don't like this, you don't like that, they don't like this and that and the third about you, but it's like, you ain't going nowhere, and they're not going anywhere. There's ain't nobody going anywhere. Ain't nobody going anywhere. And it's crazy because we not once did we get the Ten of Swords, not one freaking time. For this connection, not one time did we get the Death card. And these are things that basically represent like permanent endings, you know what I mean? We didn't get that not once. Y'all ain't going nowhere. So I think that and I think that that's a beautiful thing, you know. I think that's a beautiful thing, you know, that despite what you guys put each other through, you guys still wake up every morning and you guys choose one another. I think that that's a beautiful thing. Granted, are there times where you wake up and you're just like, I don't want to choose you today, damn it. Yeah, but you still choose them, you know what I mean? And there's times where this person wakes up every morning and they're just like, well, I don't want to fucking choose Pisces today. They still choose you. And you still choose them. So it's like, just don't burn the house down, you guys, and try to behave, you know, and don't punch each other in the throat, you know what I mean? Don't jump over that table, you know, just accept the fact that, you know, listen, that's another thing too, Pisces. It's like, if there's just too much of an age gap between these two for that not to be the case. That's my thing. I'm talking to myself, but like, there's just, y'all are gonna be together for a very, 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 very long time. Very long time. So it's one of those things too, where it's like, I think Spirit does want you guys to learn, pick and choose your battles. Because if you spend in the rest of your life with this person, it's like, do you really want to be arguing over things that y'all shouldn't really be arguing about? You know, like, really? Like, because like, if this is, you know, if this plays out the way that I see it playing out, do you really want to be arguing with this person? This is the person you're probably 9 times out of 10 gonna spend the rest of your life. Do you really want to be arguing with this person about small things? Do they really want to sit up here and argue with you about small things? Because whatever you guys are arguing about, it's nothing like, I'm not taking away from how you feel or anything like that. Trust me, I'm not. But whatever it is that you guys argue about, it's not over like anything like, how do you say that word? Gosh. Severe, sorry, severe. I always say grave, like in Spanish, but that basically means severe. But you guys are not arguing over anything severe. Like, you're not arguing about, you know, them cheating on you or anything like that. Like, y'all are not arguing over severe things like that. You guys are arguing over, like, I would consider, compared to that, minor things. Like, they freaking threw the damn dirty clothes right next to the freaking hamper instead of throwing in the freaking hamper. Like, you know what I mean? Or they have dirty dishes in the sink. Like, ugh, like, why would you do that? Like, you know what I mean? But small things. Compared to, like, what some people out there are basically experiencing, what y'all are experiencing, small things. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, just, you know, it's like, you more than likely gonna grow old with this person, Pisces. It's like, I just don't want to see, you know, you arguing with this person, you know, over things that, you really shouldn't be arguing with them about. Same applies for them, because if you're going to grow old with this one over here and you're going to be arguing with this one left and right, it's going to play out that way, where you guys are going to be in the nursing home and there's going to be freaking nurses running into the room that y'all share with one another, breaking y'all up because you trying to hop over the table to get to them because they didn't fucking hand you the fucking remote. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it, you know, I feel like people are going to say this, honestly, about the both of you, honestly, that y'all are just two people who are just crazy and in love with one another. You know, you crazy for them, they crazy for you. Y'all are both cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, that's okay. That's okay. Y'all are gonna be okay. All right. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys